So that's recording. We got that part down. And then I'm going to give, like I said, it takes just a second when we go live with it for people to start coming on. I think 17, 18, 19, people are coming on real fast. We'll give it another 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and get things started. Hope you guys are having a great evening so far tonight, and looking forward to connecting with you guys on here. So we'll give it another, 15 seconds. We got a bunch of people on. We'll go ahead and get things started. All right. So, guys, my name is Gary Stern. I'm super excited to be the one sharing this information with you this evening. You've been invited here by somebody to learn a little bit more about the biohacking revolution that's going on and how you can get yourself positioned in front of it. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and start sharing my screen here so that I can use some kind of visual aids as we're going along. We're going to share this, and we're going to go ahead and hit play. So you should be able to see my screen here. So what we're going to be talking about tonight, guys, is the LifeVantage opportunity. And this opportunity, it changed my life. It could change yours. We'll see what you think after you've seen everything this evening. But so that we're not strangers, I'm going to share a little bit about my story this evening. So again, my name is Gary Stern. I'm based out of Melbourne, Florida. It's on the East Coast near Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach. It's over where we shoot the rockets off from. I've been married now for 18 years. It'll be 18 years this year in just a few months. Have an amazing 13-year-old son. In fact, just got back from his violin concert over at the high school tonight. There's 4 levels of orchestra. He's in the 3rd level, again, as a 7th grader, which is awesome. One of the youngest members of the orchestra. You can tell I'm a proud dad. And you guys are going to see a trend here. Here's the thing, guys. My passions my whole life have been outdoor activities, right? You see me cycling up on the top there. You see the surfing. I've had a passion for the outdoors. That's meant that I've beat my body up also at the same time. So I've had my fair share of injuries, had to come back from those. But my professional background is that of a physical therapist turned pharmaceutical rep. Guys, I love physical therapy. I loved helping people. I was passionate about it. But insurance companies kind of made that miserable, right? I don't know if you've ever been in one of those jobs where you're kind of stuck. The money's good, but you don't like the direction that it's headed. You don't feel like you're growing. You don't feel like you're developing, and your hands are kind of tied, right? And that's where I was. My mom and dad were both diagnosed with cancer. My dad passed away up in the Northeast. I freaked out in the middle of the night, loaded up a trailer, and moved back from Colorado to Florida to take care of my mom. And I couldn't find anything in the physical therapy realm that I really enjoyed like I did when I was in Colorado working with professional athletes. So instead, I ended up going into the pharmaceutical industry. And guys, it was rewarding. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, I was in the industry for 13 years, so something kept me there, right? The first few years, I thought it was truly about helping people, about the whole health and wellness revolution. And again, I have this passion for wanting to help people from a medical standpoint and from a servant standpoint, right? A service standpoint. But again, insurance companies kind of got their hands on that. Doctors' hands were tied. They didn't want to see reps. They'd make me wait in the waiting room for hours on end. I could be the #1 rep one year, and the following year they turn around and put me on probation, right? Because I'm not meeting the numbers. So I don't know if you've ever been stuck in one of those jobs where nobody really wants to even see you. You don't feel like you're making a difference. It doesn't matter what you say because the insurance companies are dictating what the doctors are going to be able to write anyway. And on top of all that, they're cutting your bonuses out. You're watching about 60%. So 2 out of 3 reps were fired on my team. That meant the vast majority of my team was eliminated in a short 3 or 4 year period. So this is all going on back in the late 2008-9 time period, right? When the market's tanking, and a lot of us that had done very well up into that point, we're starting to look around going, okay, there's got to be something better out there. I just didn't know what it was, right? You can see here from the pictures, my passion is my family. I love spending time with them. I love traveling. Like I told you, I had a mom and a dad. They worked a lot. My mom worked retail, right? And so that meant I very rarely got to see her. The son of a single mom who was always working. And I didn't want to be that statistic. I didn't want my pay cut. I didn't want my job cut. And all of a sudden, what's going to happen? Right around that time frame, one of my best friends and my cycling coach introduced me to what you're going to learn about tonight. And initially, the science to me, guys, made sense immediately. It was the science that hooked me. I didn't know if the business model made sense, right? It's okay to be cautiously optimistic or to be curiously skeptical, right? I don't know what word you want to use, but it's okay. That was me. But I knew one thing, the science was rock solid. And when I saw this, I knew it was going to be huge. So I said, why not? Why not take a chance? And I'll fill in the rest of the story. You kind of know where it ends because you know I'm not in the pharmaceutical industry anymore. You know that 5.5 years ago, I was able to fire my boss, go full-time with this, not have to go and answer to a boss anymore, not have to have that job, not have to have somebody tell me when I can go on vacation or when I can take time off, or if I can go to my son's violin concert, right? That's all on me now. I have all those choices. And I know that many of you out there are looking to do something to earn a few extra $100 a month, or maybe to replace what you're doing because you're not happy where you're at. Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to go into a little bit more detail right now. So the next thing we're going to talk about, what is this? What is it that caught my attention that allowed me to have that freedom? And it's going to be allowing you to have that freedom too. And it's called biohacking, guys. There's a couple different definitions there. I think the easiest way to say it is taking control of one's own biology, right? Your body. Taking control of your own biology in order to have a desired result, right? The desired result that we're looking for is to optimize our health, right? To be the best possible version of you. So what is this biohacking thing all about? Well, first of all, let's back up a step. Do you suffer from one of these things, right? Inflammation, low energy, gut issues, brain fog. How do you know? You walk in the other room and you're there and you're like, what did I come in here for, right? You ever had that happen? You woken up in the morning and you go to get started with your day and all of a sudden your whole routine starts to get out of whack and you're going, did I brush my teeth already? Did I leave the stove on? How about the keys? Where are my keys? I can't find my, right? Or how about this? You wake up in the morning and it takes you 15 or 20 minutes just to get jump started because your knees are killing you or your shoulders are aching or your back. You're trying to stretch your back out because of inflammatory problems. Or you're 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How about this one? How about my moms out there? Give me a shout out, right? The moms out there. Why am I targeting the moms? Because I know I was raised by a single mom. And I remember seeing her at 3 and 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, exhausted, having to take me to the next baseball or soccer or whatever practice I was going to, right? So how about all the moms out there that are dragging at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon because you've been going nonstop? Or the guys trying to hit that presentation late in the afternoon and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it through this meeting, right? Here's the deal. All those things are related. They're all related, and you can biohack your health with nutrigenomics to give you that energy back, to get rid of that inflammation, to get rid of gut problems and that brain fog. And you can do that by hacking your own health. So I'm going to show you a quick video here. It's super quick, couple minutes, that kind of explains what biohacking is very briefly. And it also goes over what the solution is, all right? Who cares if we can identify a problem if we don't have a solution? The thing is, we've got the solution for you, and the world doesn't know about it yet. So hang tight. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you, and here we go.
Every biohacker knows every day is a fresh start. A blank canvas, a well of untapped potential, with your name written all over it. What you do with it, yeah, that's up to you. But here's a pro tip. When it comes to today, you're going to get out exactly what you put in. Good in, good out. And it starts with the Vitality Stack. We're on a mission to biohack the aging curve. And that means building a nutrigenomic starter kit with all the biohacking tools you need to start taking control of your health today. The Vitality Stack is made with 4 powerful products that work together and build off each other. ProBio lays the groundwork, supporting a fully functional immune and digestive system that can absorb nutrients, start your day right, and make the most out of NRF1, which is designed to help you think clear and stay focused during the day. NRF2, to keep your body and cells on point with the shift. And Omega Plus delivers the right blend of fatty acids and vitamin D to make sure your brain, heart, and organs are doing their thing. Take the Vitality Stack at home in a bundle, or take it on the go in a packet. Because no matter how you use it, you get the same 3 powerful products that have one goal in mind: to help you milk all the awesome you can out of today. So go ahead, nail that presentation, slay those bag lunches, or do whatever it is this guy is doing. Because no matter where you are or where you're headed, Vitality Stack is your building block to a better day.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but that gets me fired up every time I see it. I don't know what that guy at the end there is doing, right? The crazy guy going tubing down the hill. But here's the deal. If you need to nail that presentation, if you need just a little bit more energy throughout the day, we have a solution for you. That solution's called the Vitality Stack. Guys, it's 4 steps of biohacking to help your body achieve the highest levels that it can, to look better, feel better, and perform at your best, right? And so they talked in there a little bit about the different steps. I'm going to go into a little more depth. But the cool thing is the company recognized that some people would rather kind of experiment themselves and maybe take an extra one of this one or one less of that one, right? So we've got the bottle form on the left-hand side here. But they also made the Nutrigenomic starter kit, or the packets that make it super easy to take with you. Like, I took a trip recently up to the Northeast. I was in Connecticut, New York, and in Massachusetts. And it was super easy. We could turn around and just I could grab like 3 or 4 or 5 of those packs and bring them with me. And every day, just make sure I took a pack. And that way, if I got stuck up there for an extra couple of days, let's say the weather came in and there was snow, right? I've already got what I need right there with me. All I have to do is make sure that I pull a pack out, and by the end of the day, the pack is gone, right? That's how simple it is to biohack your body. The cool thing, remember I told you I was attracted initially by the science. What attracted me was the fact that there was peer-reviewed science. So for those of you that don't know what this means, I know I may talk over your head. Here's the deal. It simply means that the studies have been done, not studies by just LifeVantage or by a company XYZ. But they've been done by universities all over the world. They've been peer-reviewed and published in some of the most prestigious journals. That means that scientists, doctors have already done and studied and proven without a shadow of a doubt that these products do what they're supposed to do. They will biohack your body. They will help your body achieve that optimum level of health, fitness, performance, whatever it is you're looking for, right? The cool thing is there's 23 studies. You can find them here on this website, pubmed.gov. I knew the website well. That's where doctors and nurses and physical therapists and dentists and veterinarians, that's where they go to do their research, because that's where all the medical research is housed. So if you're looking to go say, hey, I want to make sure this is legit before I get started, that's where you're going to want to go do your research. Not at the University of Google, because you'll find a lot of opinions there, unless you're using Google Scholar. But University of Google, all you're going to get is a bunch of opinions. But you go here, you're going to get the facts. The other facts are there's patents protecting this technology. Coming from the pharmaceutical industry, that's when my business cap started to turn on. Like, okay, they got science backing it up. They got patents. Who knows about this, right? If they've got all these studies and all these patents. And what exactly is it? Guys, it's 5 plant ingredients, for instance, in our Protandim Nerve 2 that work together to activate your body. So think of it this way. Instead of taking handfuls and handfuls and handfuls of supplements, the world's taking billions of dollars worth. I'm not talking millions. I'm talking billions of dollars worth of supplements to try to take, when instead you can turn your body on to make more of what it was supposed to do naturally. What's an analogy of that? It's real simple, guys. Let's say you're in a huge building. You have this huge building, and the huge building catches on fire. Do you want to try to put it out 1 bucket of water at a time? Or do you want to activate the sprinkler system in the roof of the building that's there all the time? It just doesn't turn on until it's activated. You activate that, it turns on, and it puts the fire out instantly, right? Way more effective than trying to do bucket brigades of water. That's how our products work. They activate the body to take care of itself. So in the case of Protandim Nerve 2, your body's going to produce more antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. In fact, it's proven to slow oxidative stress or cellular aging by 40% in 30 days. It's the only product proven to do that. And we're going to see what that translates to as far as benefits in just a little bit. We also have the sister product to that, Protandim Nerve 1. That activates your body to produce more mitochondria. More mitochondria means more energy, more cellular energy to help you get through your day. ironically, it also helps you get a better night's sleep, right? More cellular energy during the day, better sleep at night. Omega Plus, that keeps your brain, your cardiovascular system, your skin, your immune system in check. And then the last step of that vitality stack is the probiotic, which is part of our physique weight management system. The probiotic helps get your gut in check. That's also where most of your immune system is housed. So you think about it, you're getting your gut in check. You're able to not only get your immune system boosted so that you don't get sick as often, you're able to digest your food better, pull more nutrition out of your food, get better brain function, cardiovascular function, joint function with the Omega Plus, more energy, cellular energy with Protandim Nerf 1, and better recovery with Protandim Nerf 2 by lowering the oxidative stress and by boosting your body's anti-inflammatory production, right? The other products that we have give you brain function, right? Brain energy. I don't even like to call them energy drinks because then they're going to get lumped in with all that junk that's out there, right? That's laden with chemicals, sugar, artificial flavors and sweeteners. We don't have any of that. We've got something that gives your brain clarity, focus, concentration, and mental stamina, right? We also took that NRF2 technology, that activation, and put it in a skincare cream because let's face it, that's the biggest organ in our body that's exposed to some of the most violent, like toxic environment. And instead, we can actually not only make the skin look better, but heal it literally at the cellular level to slow that aging process. Wait till you see a couple pictures here because they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. And lastly, what about our four-legged friends? I mean, we want our pets to not only live longer, but live a better quality of life because let's face it, they age 7 times faster than humans do. That's why their lifespan is shorter, right? That's why they're always panting and breathing heavy and their heart beats faster. So if we can slow their oxidative stress, you can keep your four-legged friends around longer and healthier. And who doesn't want that, right? I mean, I know I do. So here's the deal. Here's some of the results with the physique weight management system. Guys, those results will blow your mind. Whether you're talking about people that needed to just lose a little bit of weight and wanted to really get fit, or people that literally, like on the right-hand side there, combined over 100 pounds lost. And not only lost, look at the dates. They lose the weight and keep it off. They stay fit. They build muscle tone, right? We can do that with our physique weight management system. It's amazing. It's amazing. So if you don't have something that you're using, or even if you have something, get back with the person who shared this with you and say, hey, look, prove it to me. I want to see why this weight management system is better than anything else that's on the market. How about on the skincare side of things? I mean, look at the before and afters, it's night and day, guys. It is literally night and day when you take a look at some of the results that you're going to see here with the skincare system. Same thing, upper left-hand corner, skincare system plus Protandim. Bottom of the screen, 2 months on our skincare system, and you see some of the lines and wrinkles just gone, vanished, on top of the eyelid and over to the side of the eyes. What about this? What about a young man that was having trouble focusing, right? He didn't have enough focus, and the anxiety kept him from being able to do his homework, his spelling list. I mean, look at the list on the left-hand side. Not just the misspellings, but how crazy it just looked discombobulated, right? On the right-hand side, after just a week on Protandim and Axio, when he's activated through nutrigenomics, his body is biohacked. Nice straight line, very accurate, and the spelling is spot on. Night and day results, right? So if you're like me, I'm looking at all this stuff going, okay, I'm on it. I'm going to be on this for life. I told my wife. I didn't ask her. I told her. I said, we're going to be on this thing for life. Cool thing is we were able to save 20% because instead of us going to a retail store and buying it, we could purchase it direct from the manufacturer and get a 20% discount. I'm like, sold, I'm in. But the cool thing is I started thinking, okay, if I love this and I've already lost my mom and dad to cancer, we've already lost my mother-in-law, what about my father-in-law? What about my brother? What about my sister-in-law? What about my aunt? What about my mom's best friend? What about all these people I loved and cared about? Some of my best friends, right? What about them? They're going to want to know about it too. So I'm going, okay, if I'm going to start telling some of these people, maybe I should take a closer look at the opportunity. And then some trends started coming to mind that the world A lot of people are overweight, they're pre-diabetic, they're spending, like I said, billions of dollars on prescription drugs that are just essentially keeping them sick. It's not making you healthy per se. It's just maybe putting a Band-Aid on the problem. And then over here, you got all these people spending money on supplements. And like we talked about, they're really not doing anything. So I'm thinking, okay, there's a market there. These people already want a solution. They just don't know what to choose. They're choosing energy supplements that are bad for them. And I know that they want a solution because wellness is the fastest growing segment of the medical world that we're in right now. So I knew that people wanted a solution. Okay, so health-wise, people want to be healthier. On the economic side of things, though, guys, this is where it really started to hit me. I'm thinking an extra $200, $300, $400 a month would save a lot of people a lot of grief because most families are living paycheck to paycheck. There are more days left in the month than there are dollars. You got my point? There's more days left in the month than there are dollars. They run out of dollars before the month ends. So they're working paycheck to paycheck. They're working past an age where they really, quite frankly, shouldn't. They should be spending time with their grandchildren, their children, their grandchildren, traveling, doing fun things, whatever it is, to kind of reward themselves for a life of hard work. And it's not happening. It's just not happening in the world that we're in. And e-commerce is just literally reducing these jobs because people want that doorstep delivery, right? They want things that are convenient. It's not the fact that it's necessarily less expensive, right? You might order something on Amazon versus going down to the store, and it may be the same price. But why go drive down to the store and go wait in line and fight crowds and all that other stuff when you can literally just push a button and it shows up on your doorstep the next day or the day after for free, right? So I'm putting all this in my head. I'm checking out a company that's publicly traded on NASDAQ with incredible management, a great system that's starting to grow like wildfire, and they already have everything else in place. I'm like, okay, this just makes sense. It's time to take not only a closer look, but to take that plunge and get started, right? And the cool thing is, I'm so glad I did. I took that plunge 7 years ago. And like I said, at the time I was looking for a solution, a way to get more time back. Crazy thing is that was my excuse for almost not doing it, right? A lot of people say, well, I don't have the money. Well, you know, here's the deal. I know a guy that didn't have the money either, but he borrowed it. And now that guy makes $500,000 a year. He's in Atlantis with his 2 kids right now, having the time of his life, right? And he gets to raise his children. And he came back to the U.S. just 8-9 years ago with a suitcase. And that's it, a clothes and $200 to his name, all right? So find the money. What about time? That was what I said. I said, I don't know if I can get started. I don't have the time. Here's the deal. I had another solid leader in this company. This guy's literally $1 million earner. Say to me, well, what's your plan to get your time back? And I'm like, I'm going to work hard. And I almost said harder. Well, that's not going to help, right? If you work harder, you're going to have less time. So I go, I guess I'm going to do this and follow this simple system. And this is part of the system, the starter kit that has a blueprint that we literally spell out for you step by step. It's like a mini franchise of your business to teach you how to do this. You also need some product, right? We need you to develop your story on the products and to have some also to share within your network, right? I know, remember I told you there were people in my life that I didn't ask them if they were going to take this. I told them they were going to take it because the science was there. Whether they wanted to do the business or not, that's up to them. But the science was there. I knew they were going to be on the products, right? So we have a few different choices here. I lean towards the larger packs for a number of reasons. One, you get all the products. 2, you get, not only that, you get extra product that you can share. Number 3, you're also going to get passes to the next events, all event passes. So you can go get trained by the best of the best of the best on how to do this business, how to hit those levels where you make hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, right? We teach you how. That's up to you. Also, your business grows faster. So there's reasons, but we have all different packs so that you can get in where you fit in. And once you do, as people start joining you in this, whether they join you as a customer or distributor, you're going to make a 40% commission. So check this out. Somebody buys $100 worth of product. They order it straight from LifeVantage. It gets delivered straight to their doorstep. They're happy as a clam because they got a great deal on something that they would have never known about had it not been for you. and you got a 40% commission. You made 40 bucks just for telling them about it and having them go to your website to order it. Guys, when I learned that, I mean, I own a bicycle shop too. And I'm like, you mean I don't have to stock inventory and go deliver it and pay taxes and all that other junk? Sold, in, done. It just seemed like the easiest business, maybe not easiest, simplest business model I had ever heard of. That's all on the front end. But like Warren Buffett says, he says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to be working until you die. Now, I just updated this slide. I actually looked up his most recent net worth. He used to say 2012 on there. He was worth a little over $60 billion. 6 years later, he's increased his net worth by about $20 billion. This guy knows what he's talking about. And think about that statement for a second and try to refute it. If you don't find a way to make money that doesn't involve you going and trading time for money, right? What if you can't go trade time for money? What if your body gives out? What if your mind gives out? What if you're just worn out and your will to keep going wears out? And you're like, I just can't take it anymore, right? If you stop, the income stops in a traditional job setting. But with this, if you find a way to make money while you sleep, if you don't find a way, then you'll be working till the day you die. With this, you found a way to make money while you sleep, because as your network grows, as the people you tell others, and your network continues to grow, you're going to earn about 5% on all the residual business that happens in your business. So for instance, 5 times a month, product gets shipped out automatically, right? To the people that have signed up on a subscription, that want to get the products delivered straight to their doorstep. I mean, guys, I got subscriptions through Amazon, through Vitamin Shop. I got subscriptions everywhere, right? Cell phone is a subscription, internet's a subscription, you name it, I got subscriptions. So this is no different. It gets delivered straight to my doorstep so that I use these products every single month. Every time these products get shipped out to your network, you earn a commission on them. And it averages about 5%. So if you're doing $10,000 a month in monthly sales through your organization, you're making about 500 bucks, right? That's just the one bonus. That doesn't include the teamwork bonuses, also known as the matching bonus, or the elite bonus pool for sharing in revenue worldwide. That's how some of these incomes. So when I looked at this, this is the actual earnings that distributors in LifeVantage are making right now. These are the actual earnings, not projected. This is it from the last year and a half or so. And if you look down that monthly average column, the reason I circled that 261 is, guys, I thought that's what this was all about. I thought network marketing, yeah, if I make like a couple $100, I'm killing it, right? I get my product for free and I maybe have enough money to pay my cell phone bill. You know, I thought, hey, then I got a free cell phone. But then I got to this point and bought my wife a new car, because the way I looked at it, it was on the side. This was just side income. I mean, it's that thing. I was doing that little thing, and I already still had a job. I was making good money in the pharmaceutical industry. I hated it. I was miserable. I wanted out. But hey, at least a little extra money was coming in to make up for the fact that they had cut my bonuses down in that other industry. Not in LifeVantage. My bonuses were going up. By the time I got to this level, I'm like, okay, why keep going to work doing something I don't love anymore when my bills are being paid, we've got enough to live on, and I can spend more time with my family and loved ones. I can put them first on the schedule and then schedule work around them, right? Opposite of most people. When you get to this level, guys, it's just crazy. And I got friends at that level. Every single one of these levels on here, I can introduce you to a real person that's making that income, and they'll tell you they did it the same way I did. It started with them saying yes. It started with them saying yes, getting started, and starting to tell a few people. We all started the same way, guys, believe it or not. So I'm going to end with this. So this was, I think, 5 years ago now, that headline came out there. Can Google solve death? And so they put up $1.5 billion to start Calico Labs. And they're investing hundreds of millions of dollars a year into keeping it going, to try to find the solution to death, right? To prolong aging, to delay aging, I should say, to delay aging, right? So people live longer, healthier lives, right? And they're spending billions and billions of dollars. Now check this out. Just 2 years ago, the National Institute on Aging puts this study out We didn't even know it was being done. We found out about it 2 days before one of our major events, and our corporate team could not wait to share this information with the field. That the National Institute of Aging, not LifeVantage, the National Institute of Aging, did a long-term study looking at the potential to extend lifespan and delay disease and dysfunction. That's important, not just the length of life, but delay disease and dysfunction. That means a healthier life, right? And what they found was that Protandim significantly increased the lifespan of male mice, mammals, 7%, and females, 3%. So here's the deal. Okay, some of you guys are like, okay, but it was mine. Well, okay, they're not going to do that study in humans. It'd be way too long of a study, way too complicated. And I don't know a single human that says, yes, from the day my child is born until the day they die, you can have them as part of a clinical study and their life is controlled for them their entire life. It's just not possible. That's why they chose to do the study the way they did. Here's the kicker, though. My mom and dad both died right around the age of 60. 3% of 60 is 1.8 years. 7% of 60 is 4.2 years. 1.8 to 4.2 years longer? Are you kidding me? Guys, we were fighting for months to keep them alive, months. And this adds years, okay? Here's the other kicker. Since its inception in 99, so almost 20 years, Protandim is the only nutritional supplement ever tested and proven to increase the median survival in mice, thus delaying the aging process. Here, it's simple. They've tested all of these other things. None of them, not fish oil, not curcumin, not green tea, not resveratrol, none of the other natural substances ever tested over the course of 20 years have extended the lifespan of a mammal. Only Protandim has. So what do you think is going to happen when people Google, I use that word on purpose, Google the natural alternative to whatever it is that Google finds with Calico Labs and probably charge hundreds of thousands of dollars per year for? They're going to Google the natural alternative to it. They're going to find Protandim, LifeVantage, nutrigenomics, biohacking, that we're the leaders. Guys, we're inviting you to join us. It's made a world of difference for so many of us. Get back with the person that invited you on this webinar. Ask them to show you some of the details. Maybe you want to know more about the compensation plan and how it works. Maybe you want to know more about our system and how we help you every step of the way. It's literally like an apprenticeship program where you earn while you learn how to do this. Maybe you need to know a little bit more about the science. Whatever it is, get your questions answered, because we're inviting you to join us. The wave is taking off. You can tell by my excitement level. It's genuine, guys. This is it. This is the one that I know I've been looking for, the way out to be able to be my own boss, have my own time. You can have those same things too. It just starts with you making a decision to say yes. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.